getting ready to do some meal prep. I'm excited to be able to hang out with you guys for the next possibly hour as I make 3 different things today. I am making a banana bread baked oatmeal. I am making ham, egg, and cheese muffin sandwiches for John's breakfast. I am also making peanut butter energy bites for Allison's breakfast, lunches, snacks, whatever she wants it to be. So I've got the oven preheated to 375 already. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff going on here, including my Instant Pot / slow cooker right now. I've got a bunch of split chicken breasts in there that may or may not be done. So you might see me shred some chicken in the meantime if we have time. But in either case, let's get to work on all the breakfast and all of the snacks. So far we've got Teresa who says good morning. I am happy that you're here. And then Future Kid Ramen, hello. I am so glad you're here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the banana bread baked oatmeal because it bakes for like 35 to 40 minutes. So I want to get that in the oven first. That way I can work on the eggs for the sandwiches and then work on the energy bites in between. So I've got my computer down here because whenever you guys comment up here, it stays on for like a second. So I got to bring my computer down here. So Paula says hi and Carrie says, what meals are you making this week? Oh my gosh, my grocery haul video is coming out tomorrow. So you'll see, well, some of it. Okay, so I have a miniature grocery haul for you all tomorrow because we are going to Jungle Gyms on Tuesday and I am so excited. I have not been in like 3 or 4 months, and Jungle Gym is an international grocery store for those of you that don't know, and it's just got everything. It's got the stuff that you would find at a typical grocery store, and then it has a huge section based on international food. So all your Japanese stuff, all of your Asian, your Spanish stuff. It is just amazing. And of course their hot sauce section, which we try to buy like at least 1 or 2 every time we go because we love trying different kinds of hot sauce. Are we going to IKEA also? Probably not. We're going to be leaving around 8 a.m. Planning on getting there around 9. It takes about an hour to get there. And gosh, it takes us like 2 hours or more to get through the store. And even then, you don't see everything. It is that big. But we need to be home by a certain time because I have to get on Facebook in my Facebook group at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'm doing a free New Year's challenge. Just preparing for a healthy new year. I was going to put the link on here if I can. I will find it and send it to you here in the comments. But if you guys have Facebook, I invite you to join my free Facebook group. It's called Meal Planning and Healthier Eating. But like I said, I'm doing like a free 3-day training series on how to have a healthier new year. So it's all about setting goals and creating a healthier kitchen and finding accountability. So I put the link in there for you guys if you want to join the group and join me in the challenge tomorrow. That's awesome. I am doing it live, but the replay is going to be there too in case you can't make it at 1 p.m. tomorrow. It'll still be there in the group. So let me get working on this oatmeal bake again. So I got all the dry ingredients and then I got to get the wet ingredients ready. I always have brown bananas because I buy like a whole bunch of bananas with every intention of eating all the bananas, but we never do. So we either end up freezing them, which happens very often, or I kind of save them till the end of the week and do something banana related. So last week I made 2 loaves of banana bread, and this weekend it's going to be banana bread baked oatmeal. Christy says, hello, I am glad that you are here as well. Thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen as I do some meal prep. It's always good to talk to people because this usually takes me about an hour to get everything done. So yeah, got the bananas here. Now I need an egg. Then just milk, and my recipe says maple syrup, but I am all out, so I'm going to use honey instead. So we've got the egg, got some melted butter. Yes, put that in there. Then we got some milk, applesauce. Oh gosh. Let's see. So I absolutely love baked oatmeal. I've had some people here, like when I post my banana bread, baked oatmeal on here, like I didn't realize you could bake oatmeal, and you totally can. I love oatmeal in the mornings, and John does too, but he likes to be able to grab his breakfast and go. He likes to be able to just heat it up, eat it, and that's it. Doesn't have a whole lot of time in the mornings to put everything together, so baked oatmeal is perfect for that. Need another measuring cup. But yeah, you basically mix together all the dry ingredients and then the wet ingredients. Okay, so Aldi now, this applesauce jar used to be plastic and it is glass now. I didn't realize this until I picked it up yesterday. Yeah, yesterday at the store. I'm like, holy cow, that thing is heavy. And I grabbed it off the top shelf with, you know how Aldi has everything in their boxes, right? Well, I grabbed the one from the top part, obviously. Well, I grabbed the only one that was in the front, and there were a bunch in the back row, so when I grabbed the top one, that box started to tilt backward, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got my phone in one hand, the applesauce in the other hand. I'm trying to like grab the box with my elbow, trying to make sure that it doesn't fall and like break. Oh my gosh. That was kind of horrifying. Alright, so that was my excitement for yesterday. But yeah, glass jars, and it's still the same price. It's like $1.95 at my store. So then here, got some honey. I already put in the butter, and then we just need vanilla, and then we get to whisk it all together. So my meal prep sessions usually take me about an hour altogether to finish. And all I do really is just breakfast and snacks. I don't worry too much about dinners because I'm usually home for dinner, but as long as I can make breakfast and if I can make snacks, like we're good to go. And I can usually do all that in about an hour. Some of the other meal prep that I do is chopping vegetables. So if I have like a bunch of broccoli or zucchini or cauliflower, I will pre-chop those vegetables ahead of time, and that way it's all ready for me to like throw in the oven and roast them for dinner, because it takes me like, I don't know, it shaves off like 10 minutes of cooking time basically. So that is really helpful, especially if you're on a time crunch in the evenings. Having all your vegetables prepared ahead of time is super, super helpful. So now all I have to do is mix this together, and then we can get it in the baking tray. Alright, so, hey, since you guys are here, tell me, what are your favorite types of breakfast to meal prep? I like making the baked oatmeals. I like making banana bread. I had banana bread for breakfast all this week with some cottage cheese and an apple. Natalie says hello. I'm glad you're here, Natalie. I also make a lot of like egg casseroles, so like eggs, sausage, vegetables, that sort of thing. Breakfast burritos are a good idea as well. Just cook up some eggs, sausage, and then if you wanted to add any vegetables to it, like onions or peppers, you can do that. And you can pre-make the burritos if you want to, but I actually like to separate them into containers. That way all John has to do is heat it up and then put it in the tortilla. Sometimes, not often, but sometimes the burrito shells get soggy, which is not very fun. So usually I do put them in the smaller containers. So there's that. And now we get to put this in the oven, and I'll put it in for, I'll start with 35 minutes and we'll go from there. And then from here, we are going to work on the breakfast sandwiches. Here I've got eggs. All right, so my little hack for breakfast sandwiches. Now you can use regular muffin tins if you want to, but I find that using the giant muffin tins, the ones that have just like the six, it makes your eggs bigger, and which is good because the English muffins are huge. So if you put them in the giant muffin tin, they will be big enough to actually fit the entirety of the muffin. So first thing I'll do, I need to spray it first. I have made that mistake quite often, and I hate having to scrub the muffin tins of like all the eggs, and especially if I make muffins and stuff too. Let's see. Just pour them on here. So all you do, you just crack the eggs into the muffin tins just like this. And you can take a fork and scramble them a little bit if you want to, or you can kind of leave them as is to make it sort of like the Egg McMuffins at McDonald's. I used to work at McDonald's. We did not bake our muffins, or not, well, no, we didn't bake the muffins either, but we didn't bake our eggs. We put them on the grill with like call it an egg ring. So you crack the egg into the ring on the grill, and then you cook them all that way. But this is basically the same thing. It's just really hands-off. I got an eggshell in here. Come on out. I hate when that happens. Okay, so there's that. I need to grab some salt and pepper, wash my hands. Alright, so that's another thing about McDonald's. It taught me every time you crack eggs, you have to go wash your hands. We either wear gloves or you wash your hands. Alright, so you can sprinkle some salt and pepper onto them, and then I will actually scramble these a little bit because John prefers kind of a scrambled version. So, alright, so got my fork. Yeah, these seriously make the perfect eggs for your muffin sandwiches. And now usually I would bake these at around 325, but since the oatmeal bake is in for 375, I will probably just have to cook it a little bit less. So I think I would start it at 15 usually, but I'm going to start it around 11 or 12 minutes, and then we will go from there. Alright, let's get these in. And we'll set the timer up here. Timer. Alright, started it for 12. So we'll go from there. Now, since those only take 12 minutes, like I said, and we got 32 minutes left on the oatmeal bake. When the eggs come out, we can start assembling the sandwiches. But first, I'm going to put together the energy bites real quick. So let's see. Oh, okay, my measurements as I go. So actually, in my description, if you can see it, I have a link to the banana bread baked oatmeal. I'll read it off real quick for you. So I've got 2 cups of rolled oats. I have 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 bananas, then 1 egg, 1.5 cups of milk, a 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce, a 1/3 cup of maple syrup or honey if you have it, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I forgot to put in the vanilla. This usually happens to me when I get to talking. I forget to add things, and this time it was the vanilla, but you're supposed to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, so it happens. At least it wasn't like the one time I made banana bread on video and totally forgot to add honey to it, so it was unsweetened banana bread, which still actually turned out really good. But it was just, one of those mistakes. Anyway, so now we are making the energy bites. This was 1 3/4 cup of rolled oats, and to that, where's my peanut butter? I'm not gonna measure this. It looks like about a cup. I think the recipe says 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter, This might be a little bit more than that, so I'll just add what I think is good. So that's about 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter in here. So these energy bites are only 4 ingredients. It's just oats, peanut butter, honey, and chocolate chips. So then next I'm putting in a 1/4 cup of honey. You can even add up to a 1/3 cup if you wanted to, but I find that these are plenty sweet with just a 1/4 cup. So we'll add that in there. And these are perfect for Allison's lunches. She likes peanut butter. It just depends on the form that it's in. She used to like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But right now she is not liking them for whatever reason. So I figured I would get the peanut butter in this way. That way it's some healthy fat, a little bit of protein. The oats have some protein in it as well. And, you know, all the fiber that goes in with it too. So I consider these a healthy part of her lunch. You gotta feed the kids somehow. And then of course, chocolate chips. I'm using dark chocolate chips. And I would say it's about a 1/4 cup. And what you can do with these, because these are kind of bigger chocolate chips, you can put them on a cutting board and cut them into smaller pieces. That way you can make the chocolate mix together more, like you get more chocolate in each bite. Yeah. So I sometimes do that. For the sake of this video, I will not. But then all you do is just take your spoon and mix it all together. And at that point, you can just roll them into balls. I'm going to use a cookie scoop for it. I'll have to look and see if I need to add any more peanut butter or more honey. Sometimes if it's too sticky, you might need to add more oats, or if it's really, really dry, you may have to add more honey or more peanut butter. This will probably make 20-ish, somewhere around there. And I give her 2 or 3 of these for lunch, and that's plenty. Sometimes she'll even eat them for breakfast. Alright, I think I added a pretty good amount of all of it. It's not too sticky, it's not too dry. I do put these in the fridge, and when they go into the fridge, they harden up a little bit, which makes it easier to pick up and eat. You can also freeze these. So once you roll them into balls, you can put them on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper and just put them in the freezer just like that. And then when they're completely frozen, you can put them in a freezer bag. And it is amazing. Let's see. Alright, so I'm using a regular cookie scoop. If you have like just a regular tablespoon, you can use that as well. So I've got one of my containers here, and another another hack that I use, you can either spray your hand with cooking spray so that these don't stick when you're forming them, or you can even run them under water. Let me get my hand wet real quick. So I know it's weird, but sometimes having your hand kind of wet actually helps keep them from sticking to your hand. So I got it in my hand here, roll it into a ball, and then place it in. So yeah, putting water on your hand definitely helps. So yeah, I'll get about 20 or so out of these. I'll make a good lunch for Allison. All right, I got about 6 minutes left on the eggs. And the breakfast sandwiches are super easy. Once the eggs cool a little bit, I'll just be putting them on the English muffin along with a slice of cheese and a few slices of deli ham. And that is it. So we might get done with this pretty early. If we have time, I might go and shred the chicken. We'll have to see. But I probably did a bad thing, and I bought like 9 pounds of chicken. Okay, these are split chicken breasts, and I wanted to put all of them in the freezer. I wanted to cook and shred them and put just freeze it. Well, cooking them in the Instant Pot, it would not cook very well because I put so many in there. There were like 7 or 8 really huge split breasts, and seriously, it is like at the top of my Instant Pot right now. So I poured a cup of water in it, I put it in the slow cooker, and I set it for 8 hours. I probably should not have done that, but I think I've done it before, and as long as you cook it long enough, and as long as the temperature reads 165, it is totally fine. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I'm not used to talking this much. I'm a huge introvert, so yeah. All right, let's see. Oh gosh, Bean Eats, I am so glad that you are here. That's awesome. Thank you for watching me. Let's see. Any suggestions for storing freezer meals for one? Yes, actually. My suggestion is to go ahead and cook the meal like normal. So let's say you're making like a pasta bake. So it's pasta and like ground beef, the sauce, the cheese, whatever ingredients it is, you put it together, you bake it, and once you bake it, then put them into like individual containers. You can go to Dollar Tree and find containers if you want. So they're not the best quality, by the way. But if you want a little bit higher quality, the Rubbermaids are just fine. I got a big set of Rubbermaid from Sam's Club for pretty cheap, so you can do that. Let me get my hand wet again. But yeah, my suggestion would be to cook the meal first and then separate them into containers and freeze them that way. Because yes, if you are only one person and you make a casserole that serves 8, it's going to take you forever to eat all of that. And I don't think you want to eat the same thing like 8 days in a row. Some people can, but yeah, I think that would be a good idea. So yeah, the casseroles, you can do it that way. Soups, you can do it that way too. Just cook it first and then put it in a container. You can freeze them all. Let's see. How was my Christmas? Yeah, Christmas was amazing. We went over to my mom's house, had a small Christmas with family. Allison is the only child on my side of the family, only grandchild, so she made out like a bandit. We got a couple of games for the Switch. Me being a nerd, and if you're a nerd too, you might understand this. We got Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening for the Switch, okay? Now this game was originally for the Game Boy. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, like the original handheld Game Boy. I played that game when I was little and loved it. Well, they remade it for the Switch. And Allison's been watching this guy on YouTube play it. So I got the game. And now mind you, I played the whole game and I think I beat it way back then. And so I was playing it with her, and then as I was playing, she's like, okay, yeah, so you need to do this. You need to go do that. No, you're not doing it right, as if I've never played it before. But to be fair, it's been like 20-something years since I played it, so that was pretty awesome. And I also got a new coffee maker. You'll see that in tomorrow's video. It's a dual one, so it's got a cake, there's a room for the K-cups on one side, and then like an actual pot on the other side. Amazing, because I've been wanting something that will fit my tall coffee, my tumbler, and I finally have one. I'm super excited. All right, let's see. I got some awesome friends that are joining me. Awesome. We do single serve freezer meals and use them like microwave dinners. It works great. I did that also in my last 4 weeks to fill your freezer series with the pasta, the microwave pasta lunches. So yes, it's helpful. I didn't count these, but this is what it looks like when it's all done. These are all the energy bites. I've got a lid somewhere. I'll stick these in the fridge later. We have 30 seconds on the eggs, so now we get to see whether they actually cooked. I should probably make some room over here. All right. My kitchen's a mess. John's not gonna be very happy, but that's all right. We will tag team the cleaning. All right, 10 seconds on the eggs. Let's see. do a video on how to calculate servings and calories, I would love to do that. It is an excellent idea. I will put that on my list of things to do. Let's see. All right. Hold on a second. Let me grab a knife. These look done. See if I can hold this up really quick. It's kind of hot. Okay, yeah, they're done, they're done. I need to buy some more UGG gloves. These are very, very old. All right, so I'm gonna let the eggs sit for just a minute while I get the stuff ready for the sandwiches. Let's see. Yeah, so listen, speaking of like the new different video ideas, I am doing a video on Wednesday that is talking about just my plans for 2021. I didn't expect my channel to grow so much. So first of all, thank you all to all of you who've been subscribed to it for a while and who have just joined me for the first time. I am thankful for each and every one of you. And I mean, it's just been awesome. So I've got some plans for 2021 and just, I'll be talking about my ideas. I'm going to be getting ideas from you all. So be thinking about that as well. I'm going to be putting a poll up in the next few days or so. Let's see. Greetings from San Antonio, Texas. I'm glad you're here. That's awesome. If it helps, our kitchen looks worse and we're not meal prepping. I feel that. I feel that totally. I try to get everything done like in the early mornings, like after we eat breakfast and stuff. It does not always happen, and it usually ends up looking something like that. Oh, I'm done with the milk. Hold on just a second. Well, I'll put it over here. I don't like having the milk like on the stove. It starts to warm up a bit. Okay, so let's get on with these muffin sandwiches. These are super easy. You can choose any kind of bread. I just chose English muffins from Aldi. That's what they had. You could also have bagels. You can even do regular bread, any kind of buns. Let's see. Sally just got on. Cooking looks good. Yeah, so I've got banana bread, baked oatmeal in the oven. I've got 18 minutes left. I have some eggs that just finished up cooking in the muffin tin. Gonna turn them into sandwiches. I also just finished up some peanut butter energy bites. Got some 1 hour meal prep going on today. Let's see, I just discovered you last night. I'm going to do meal prepping later today. That is awesome. Seriously, meal prepping has changed my life. So, yeah, I lost my baby weight, 20 pounds of baby weight back in 2015. Took me 8 months to do it. And it wasn't until afterward, actually, that I discovered the joys of meal prep and how if I can take an hour on a Sunday afternoon, and if all I do is make breakfast for the week, that's a win. If I can make for the week, that's awesome. Any little bit that you can do counts. You don't have to do like a 3 or 4 hour meal prep session, as you can see. Like, you don't have to make all of your dinners, snacks, lunches, and breakfast for the entire week. If you can do just this, that's going to save you a ton of time in the future. All right. For the way you cook eggs for the sandwiches, is there a way to make them without the cupcake or muffin tin? I like round eggs, but can never find a way to make them. That is an excellent idea. Do you have, the store is called GFS, Gordon Food Services, and it is, think of it like Sam's Club, but for restaurants. So they sell restaurant grade stuff. They sell food, but they also sell restaurant accessories. So at McDonald's, we had the egg ring. So it was like a big ring, and you could fit, they were round, and you could crack 8 eggs into it at a time and cook them that way. I don't know if GFS would have something like that, but that is something to look into, actually. But other than that, I don't know about the muffin tins. If anybody else has a suggestion, if you could comment and let us know, that would be awesome. A round cookie cutter on a pan, yeah. A little egg ring for one of the Dollar Tree, yes. Okay, see, this is why we're here. We are family, we're community, I love it. And you've given me some ideas too. So these eggs are now, they've cooled off enough that I can just gently take a knife around these and gently lift them up, maybe. There we go. But yeah, you could also put these on a cooling rack if you wanted to, but since I'm going to be using them straight away, I just wanted to get them off of the muffin tin down here. Just let them cool off a tiny bit and try not to knock everything over. There we go. Got two. And then I'll show you what I'm doing with the sandwiches. Alright, so while those are cooling, I've got my English muffin here, and then I chose pepper jack cheese because we're huge fans of pepper jack, but use whatever your favorite type of cheese is. I've got two here right now. So I've got the muffin, I've got the cheese, let's see. And then I just bought some uncured smoked ham from Aldi. As far as those, gosh, you can use anything. If you can find Canadian bacon somewhere to make an actual like egg muffin sandwich, you can do that. You could cook up some sausage patties, cook up some bacon, whether like pork or turkey bacon. Dan says, hello, I'm glad that you're here. That's awesome. We are finishing up some meal prep. So I think I'm gonna do 3. Let me see. I want to make, okay, serving size is 5 slices. There's 5 servings per container. I could probably get away with, yes, I'll do 4. I can get away with 4 per sandwich. I just wanted to make sure that I had enough. So there's that. There's 4 on there. And then I've got 4 over here. These are also freezer friendly. So once you assemble the sandwiches, you can wrap them in plastic wrap, and you can place them directly in a gallon-sized freezer bag and put them in the freezer. Let's see. Let's check out an egg. Okay. So I'll put the eggs right on top there. I'm not going to wrap mine because they're just going straight in the fridge. So instead, I got these for Christmas too. These are meal prep containers. I got ones that are this size, and then I got another like 1 compartment one that's smaller, and then I got some that are 2 compartments. So that is pretty exciting to me. So I'm just going to stick them like this. And that way, I mean, it takes up less room in the fridge, and John can pull one out and toast it in the toaster oven. Have that for breakfast along with, I don't know, banana maybe or something, or I've got apples. All right. So you've got 12 minutes left on the banana bread baked oatmeal. I was actually afraid that we weren't going to get to see the finished product of that. But I mean, we're having a whole lot of fun talking and sharing ideas, and I'm still getting all this meal prep done. So yes, you guys will get to see the baked oatmeal when it comes out. Let's see. I haven't meal prepped breakfast sandwiches in a while, but I need to do that soon. They're our favorite breakfast, but it definitely saves time to have them pre-made. Most definitely. Even I find myself like this past week, my breakfast has been banana bread with some peanut butter on top, and then a little bowl of cottage cheese, and then sliced apple. And I mean, really, it doesn't take that much time to put it together, maybe like 5 minutes or so. But when you do that every single morning, like sometimes you get tired of it. And sometimes it is easy to just have something pre-made like this to just pull out of the fridge and heat it up real quick. Definitely. We are just about finished. I actually don't have any vegetables to chop today because we're going to Jungle Gyms on Tuesday, like I said. And they have the best clearance section ever. Like their clearance, they have like a huge clearance aisle. Like it's a small section of their store. And they have like little aisle, I don't know, rows, I guess, of lots of produce that are bagged up that are old. They have a couple little refrigerated sections in the back wall with like salad kits and other vegetables. Sometimes they'll have cheese and then just other random things. So I plan on kind of pulling, I don't know, just winging it, I guess, for my meal plan. I don't know what I'm making past Tuesday, so whatever I find at Jungle Gyms in the clearance section is what I'm making. Let's see, have I ever made breakfast burritos? Yes, I definitely have, and I made them a couple of ways. So different ingredients you can use: eggs, you can use sausage, ground sausage, you can use bacon. You don't have to use meat. I've also used ham. If you have any leftover Christmas ham, that would be excellent to put it in there as well. And then whatever vegetables you might want to put in. But once you make the mix, there's like two different ways you could do it. You could go ahead and roll the burrito and wrap them in plastic wrap, stick them in the fridge or the freezer. Or you could take the mix and put them in little containers. Maybe like a half cup of mix or something, put them in like the small containers, put them in the fridge that way. And that way you don't have to mess with the serving sizes or anything. You just pull it out, you microwave it, you dump it on your tortilla. And you can add shredded cheese. We like to add shredded cheddar. We'll add hot sauce or salsa to ours. So we love making burritos. It's one of John's favorite breakfasts, actually. For some reason, I can't see the comments. You might be able to see them like once it's over, or maybe if you're on your phone watching. I don't know. I've got my phone here, I've got my computer here, and I've noticed that on the phone, the comments will pop up for like a second, and then they'll disappear. That might be what's going on with you, I'm not sure, but this video will stay up once it's over, so you'll be able to hopefully see them afterward. House Mouse, you're from New Jersey. We live in Dayton, Ohio. I have lived here basically all my life. I think we moved up here when I was 5 or 6, and I have been here ever since, and I have no plans on leaving. We are way too close to Kings Island, way too close, well, not too close to Cedar Point, 3 hours away. I would like to live closer to Cedar Point, but there's so much good stuff around us, I can't see myself leaving. Oh gosh, let's see. If you're on your phone, you might need to push the chat right below the video window. Okay, so if you can't see the comment, if you're on your phone, you might need to push love chat. I don't know if that was a typo. I don't know. Push the chat right below the video window. So maybe you can see them that way. All right, so we are finishing up our muffins. Let's see. Okay, live chat, not love chat. All right, so I've got 6 muffin sandwiches. That is enough for John's breakfast. And then we'll find another one for day 7. 7 minutes on the baked oatmeal. So let me think about this for a second. I could probably look at the chicken real quick and at least show you what the chicken looks like. I probably will not have time to shred all of it in front of you, but I at least want to see if it's cooked yet. I've got a thermometer. Amazing stuff. Alright, like I said, I don't talk this much very often, so I'm getting all choked up here. Let's see. Definitely tell it is not done yet. Alright, yeah, I'm seeing 140, 150. Okay, so some of them are done, some of them are not. So we will put those back in. Like I said, like my slow cooker, it was filled all the way to the top, which I know you're not really supposed to do, but I wanted to so it's just going to take a little bit longer to cook them. Betsy, greetings from Puerto Rico. That is awesome. All right, so 6 minutes left. What can I do for 6 minutes? Let me show you my strawberries. Hold on. Let me see if I can open the fridge. Oh, you probably can see that. Hold on. Where's my strawberries? All go. So I've got my phone hanging up like right above my fridge. So when I open the fridge door, it starts moving everything. I don't have any vinegar in front of me right now, but I do need to wash my strawberries. So the way that I wash my strawberries, I just put them in a regular bowl. Well, first of all, I take a little bit of vinegar, not too much, maybe like a 1/4 cup or so, fill the rest of the bowl with water, and then put the strawberries in to let it soak for a little bit, anywhere between 7 and 10 minutes. And then once those come out, or once that's done, I will drain it, I'll rinse it off, and I'll put it all in a towel to dry. And then I'll put them in a storage container just like this. I find that they keep pretty well for up to a week. Just got to make sure that you wash them. The washed strawberries last a lot longer than the unwashed ones. Let's see. Aloha Annie just started some meal prep. That is awesome. All right, 5 minutes. You know, how about I just pull it out and we can check on it real quick? Maybe it'll be done. Let's see. Possibly. All right, I will need 2 hands for this one. No, it's not quite done yet, unfortunately, but I'm going to show you anyway. Let me pull it over. So this is what it's supposed to look like. It looks like it's done, but it's a little bit soft in the middle still, so I got to put it back in for like 5 minutes maybe. But then once that is done, it serves 6. So cut it into 6 pieces. I'll put it probably into my meal prep containers just like that. And it keeps for up to a week. You can also freeze that baked oatmeal. So, all right, let's see. I always use baking soda and vinegar to wash fruit. That's a good idea as well. I know there's also lots of cleaners and things. So you know what? I think I'm all done. And that only took, less than an hour. Okay, so I've got a few more minutes left on the baked oatmeal. But other than that, we're all finished. I made banana bread baked oatmeal. I made ham, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches. And I made some peanut butter energy bites for Allison's lunches and snacks. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me. This has been awesome. And I loved doing this. Holy cow, I may have to get on live more often and do this for you all. So, yes, I will check back tomorrow for my grocery haul video. I've got some awesome stuff coming out in this next week as well. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn this off. I will see you guys later.